Hello, hello. Just a second here to get going. Like dee dee dee. All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Trisha Chuba with ButterDish Designs, and welcome to Crafty Hour Live. This is episode 126, and we're going to be making some treat holders with the Gathering Together Designer Series paper. So if you're here, say hi. If you're watching replay, say hi. So let me know if you have any questions as we go through this. These are super easy and great for just sharing a little handmade kindness or sweetening somebody's day. So anyways, let's see here. Just another second here. It's doing something. All right. So let's go here. All right. So this evening, which I have all the stuff back here, we're going to be making these super cute treat holders here. I thought they would be perfect since it's November and a little seasonal changing happening. So, and they hold a Ghirardelli chocolate square. So there's that. And here's the other one. And I'm just going to go through really quick how to make this. It's, like I said, it's easy. You can actually, so with these measurements, it's meant to not challenge you for the 16th or the 5/16, that type of measurement. You could actually, with this particular one, take and put 2 of these in there. I'll show you what that looks like. So if you didn't want it so loose and you wanted to do one thing. So that's what it looks like with 2. It's a little tighter. You'll see there than it is with 1. So totally up to you whether you'd like to do it with 2 or 1, but these would make super cute place settings, you know, at your holiday table, your Thanksgiving table. Little gift for coworkers, however you want to do it. But there they are. So let's just start about what we'll need. You're going to need a designer series paper, high coney, or cardstock, whichever works for you. And I will switch it just so we can do this one. They've moved something on this, so it's like, I'm like, not this one. I want you to see just the screen one. All right, here we go. Let's try this again. All right, we're gonna do it this way. It's like not wanting to do just the single one. So you'll see me goofing around over here and you'll see me making the tree holder here. So we're just gonna roll with it, okay? All right, so if you get out a piece of cardstock or a double-sided sheet of paper, that's what I'm going to be using. And this is going to measure 3 inches by 5.5 inches. All right. Hi, Stay. And we are going to score this we're going to go all the way down this 5.5 inch side, and we're going to score it at 1/2 inch. Okay. Here we go. And remember, if you're doing designer series paper, don't press too hard when you're scoring it because you will just rip it. All right. Flip that around, do 1/2 inch on the other side here. I can hear Fig behind me. Look at it. There's a tail. Here she comes, folks. Say hi, Fig. Oh, Inspector. Never a dull moment with Fig, just so you all know. All right. Did I score that? Okay. Try to, yes, I scored the one side. Yep, I scored both sides. Okay. So that's that. And now we're going to turn it to the 5.5 inch side, and we are going to score it at 2.5. And 3 inches. So that's it. Okay. Get this out of the way here. All right. So the next thing you'll want to do is get a bone folder and go ahead and fold and burnish on those score lines. So you can get some nice crisp folds there. There we go. I think I scored that one as well in the middle, but we're going to go with it. Okay. And we'll do this one and this one. And that's how super easy that is. Okay. So what we're going to be doing is that I'm going to show you actually with a little pin here what I'm going to be doing first. Okay. You're going to cut here and here on these score lines on both sides. Going to cut those up to that 1/2 inch score line on both sides. Then you're going to do a miter cut. You're just going to take just the tiniest little bit out, like so. And let me show you what that looks like here. So up to that 1/2 inch. And do my little miter cut. So looks like that. You don't even need to miter it quite that much. I'm just being a little dramatic so you guys can see it. Okay, so there's our piece. This is going to be outside. This is going to be the inside. So what you need now is some tear and tape. Okay, or any type of double-sided adhesive. And we are going to put that just on one side, meaning just this side. And then both the outside pieces here. Okay. Now, before we seal this up here, we need to go ahead, and I'm using my 1 7/8 circle punch here. And what I'm going to do is, I like this particular punch for this because it's just as wide as the project here, pretty much. So I'm just going to take out, and so it's easy for me to center it. And I'm just going to take out just a smidge. So that's it. Okay. Now I'll go ahead and pull that off of one side. Tuck in your little tab. Bring this over. And oh, when you're matching this up, match up that top line because that's going to show, whereas the bottom won't. So just give that a press with your finger in there. So there's the one side. And let's go ahead and do the same thing to the other side here. And there we go. So easy peasy, that's our treat holder. Okay, I've got some chocolates here. I don't think I have any more of the gold ones. So let's just go ahead and stick that one in there for now. All right, let's go ahead and decorate it a little bit because it's beautiful as is, but we could add a little bit more. So I've got some basic beige here, and I'm going to go ahead and use that same circle punch to punch that out. I have a stamp that says Autumn Wishes. We're going to stamp that in Early Espresso. Hopefully I got that in there. Perfect. So there we go. We're all done with that Early Espresso color. Now let's go ahead and go to the crushed curry here. And I'm going to be doing this leaf here and this little design actually right here on this, just to add a little something. I will tell you that I did try, oops, I just stuck my finger. Let me rub this off here. I stuck my finger in ink, so I don't want to touch my project now. That's because I didn't clean my stamp. All right, so you can see here I did it in Cajun Craze, but I just didn't like how much darker that was on that basic beige than on this. So I went ahead and switched it up. And I'm stamping the bottom of that circle there. And the top. Okay, so that's where we're at. Looking pretty there. Now we're going to do a little accent stamp here, and we're going to do it tone on tone with the basic beige. Right. And it's just adding just some little bitty accents there. There we go. So that's what we have there. Okay, we are going to use some dimensionals. I think 3 is good there. We're going to center that. But wait, there's more. So we are going to take the Cajun Craze and gold dots here. And because this is tiny, I'm not going to use any of the bigs. I'm going to use the a medium, a small, and another small. Just add that pop of color there. Got that. All right. Back. Like I hear Fig. Trying to see where she's at. Okay. And we've got some early espresso baker's twine here. And we're just going to add a little twine bow over here in the corner. So I'm just going to tie this while it's on the spool, just because it's such a tiny bow. Pull that tight. A little too much there, but that's okay. We can trim it. And to adhere that, we're going to take a glue dot and just roll that up in your finger so that it's teeny tiny. And in order to hide that glue dot, we're going to tuck it just under that top left corner there. Hi, Fig. There we go. Trim this one just a smidge. You could double or triple that up, you know, so up to you. I was just doing a little single there. And there we have it. Super easy. Like, it's only 7:17, so that didn't take long at all. So you could definitely knock out a bunch of these and hand them out at Thanksgiving, just to friends, all kinds of stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this evening's Crafty Hour Live, episode 126. We'll be back next week with episode 127. I've got a fun technique that I am working through currently, and I hope to be able to share that one with you next week. It'll be a card, but it'll be a fun technique for it. So anyways, have a great night. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.